Hello, it's Rosemary Cooper Clark from CC Consulting, and in this video I'm going to talk about my learnings from direct mail campaigns. Now, a lot of people say, well, do you need to do direct mail campaigns? Isn't it all about social media? Isn't it all about online? Nobody sends letters, receives letters anymore. And actually it's for this reason that I think they're very effective. First of all, I also believe that you need to have a full marketing mix and try all channels and test all channels. But I know, as far as I'm concerned, I actually like receiving letters where I'm not such a fan of receiving email marketing letters. If I get letters through the post, then I can read it at my leisure and I don't have to be sitting at my laptop. There also aren't so many of them, and there does seem to be more of an acceptance of direct mail letters than there are from email. Email's got this fear and sort of threat around scamming, or spam I should say. And yet with direct mail doesn't suffer. It seems to be more acceptable. So I ran my second actual direct mail campaign, but the first one of any specific length, in that I put together a database of 200 potential target companies, and decided that I was going to send this letter to them. I'd already applied for a free post license from the post office, because I do believe that if you're asking somebody to respond to you, it's a little bit naughty to then ask them to also put a stamp on the letter. Some people say this shows commitment, but I think it's a mark of professionalism that you also allow them to sort of connect with you without any further charge to them. So I had my list of 200 target companies, and I used the Microsoft Mail Merge sort of wizard to produce the letters. And this really is where my 3 tips come from. 2 are quite basic, relating to the process, and the other one is more about the marketing associated with it. So my first one was really, as is always, carefully plan what you're going to produce. I mean, for example, I put the mail merge in and realised that I hadn't put a column in for Mr. or Mrs., so the title. So the first letter of the address, where it normally says Mr. So-and-so, I had nothing. I did solve this by putting "for the attention of," in which case you don't need the Mr. or Mrs. So much, so luckily got away with that one. The second one I didn't get away with is that obviously you need a name after dear, and it doesn't look quite right to have Dear Rosemary Cooper Clark, so it should be Dear Rosemary. So I did have to put a column in and type out all the first names. The other thing I found, though, was that you do need to follow up, and in selecting the names that I wanted to go into my contact database, I only actually put in the ones that I wanted for my merge letter, which meant that I left the telephone numbers out. And that subsequently required me to go through the whole of the database and put the telephone numbers back. So, as my grandmother always used to say, a stitch in time saves 9, and that's very much the case. The other labour-saving device was around the signature. So I scanned my signature and then managed to put that into the letter, rather than having 200 to sign 200 letters. So first tip: planning and ensuring that your database is fit for purpose and has everything that you need to easily mail merge, including information that you might want after the mail merge. and the second one, the auto signature. The third one was very much about follow-up, and I know that some people try direct mail and say, well, I didn't get much of a response, so I didn't bother with that, and you find out that they've actually only ever sent one letter. So it is important to follow up. Now, I hate cold calling, and there is a belief that if I've sent a reply sort of letter in there that gives them the chance to respond to me, then surely that's enough, which I also think might be a case of because I don't want to pick up the phone, I don't know. However, the way that I've solved this is, first of all, I don't like to do it, so I've hired a professional telemarketer who does like to do it, and she is in the process now of following up on those calls. The other thing that I have is that I've already prepared some useful information as a copy of an article that I've written as a follow-up, so that the intention is that in a couple of weeks' time I will send a follow-up to those direct mail letters. And there is another reason for this. You can send your letter through, and you might be lucky, they might be looking for exactly what you're offering at that time, but what if they want to look at it 6 months down the line? Giving a follow-up letter allows you to refresh their memory that you're around, that the services that you offer, and it's a useful reason for getting back in touch with them, because you're giving them a bit more information which hopefully they will find of use and value. So how have I got on so far? Well, they've only just gone out, and I've already had one response come back asking for more information. I've also received a letter back which was a very polite no thank you, but one of the most the nicest no thank yous that I have received. So my telemarketer is now hot on the path, and I will see what comes from it. So I'd very much like to learn about your experiences with direct mail marketing, and what's worked and what hasn't worked for you, and what your learnings are. So why don't you link onto my website and send me an email and let me know what's been working for you. So it's Rosemary Cooper Clark, CC Consulting, and my website is www.ccconsulting.org.uk. Till next time, thank you, goodbye.